My name is Simon. This is Katrina. We're joined in the audience by our teammates Laurel, Maureen, and Emily. And we'd just like to start by giving a big thank you to the City of New Westminster and Lynn Roxburgh in particular for the opportunity to work on this very exciting project on creative employment districts. So what do we imagine a creative employment district to be? It's a place where people work, it's a place where people create, and it's a place where people can come together and build community around those creations. Whether it be a woodworking studio for custom-made furniture, a makerspace where ideas can turn into objects, or a craft brewery where you can taste a new recipe as soon as a brewmeister bottles it. Creative employment districts are places where you mix land uses and businesses in a way that encourages innovation and entrepreneurship. In 2017, the City of New Westminster adopted its official community plan, Our City 2041. In the plan, they identified the Lower 12th Street study area as a possible home for a creative employment district. Our team was tasked with evaluating the economic viability of this district. It's just one step amongst many that the city will take in planning for the area. So the area is located in the southwest of New Westminster, and it's surrounded by Brow of the Hill, a mostly residential neighborhood. It's approximately 25 acres, and it's highly central within Metro Vancouver. It was once home to paper mills and ironworks and other heavy industry, but today it's mostly characterized by car lots and automotive services. In recent years, however, creative businesses have already started to move in. For example, we have the Fat Paint Company and Coast Protein, who share this building on 11th Street in Auckland. Fat Paint manufactures a specialty paint, and Coast Protein makes cricket-based energy bars. So we are presenting a final report to the city, which includes findings and recommendations, which were guided by these 5 actions. Tonight we're going to be discussing a little bit about our economic analysis and some of the policies we're suggesting to the city. We developed a financial model to compare existing land values in the area against land values for light industrial redevelopments that could accommodate creative employment district businesses. What we found was that redevelopment could be financially feasible under current zoning. For example, in the New Westminster Toyota lot, a light industrial development would raise the land value from approximately $5 million to $7 million. However, on sites closer to residential neighborhoods, the land value is relatively higher, making light industrial redevelopment more expensive and therefore less likely. And what we think this means is that different approaches are going to be needed throughout the study area in order to facilitate a creative employment district.
I'm going to take you through 3 of the recommendations that speak to this opportunity. While industrial redevelopment may be feasible on some sites, that new space will likely mean higher rents, and when we spoke with businesses in the area, affordability was one of the primary factors that attracted them to the area in the first place. If the goal is to preserve affordability while encouraging new industrial development, density bonusing may be used to achieve that. Density bonusing is a tool that could provide below-market industrial space in exchange for residential height and density. It's a way to incentivize the development of community amenities that on their own may not be profitable for developers. The City of New West uses density bonusing to create affordable housing, for example. It's important to acknowledge that introducing residential uses to an industrial area is an innovative concept that has very few precedents. This is Strathcona Village on East Hastings Street, and it's one of the first industrial, residential, and retail projects in North America. It was just completed last year. Further study on the long-term impacts of this practice is recommended. Industrial uses and technology are evolving. Several of our case study districts created new zoning definitions to expand the interpretation of industrial businesses and reflect these changing trends. In Railtown in Vancouver, for example, the city created the term creative product manufacturing in order to accommodate film production on industrial land and to support this expanding creative economy. The last recommendation we'll speak to here centers on inspiring urban design and placemaking. And it's important because we believe there are other ways to stimulate the creation of a creative employment district and to contribute to the rebranding of an area that don't necessarily rely on new development. We think there's an opportunity to celebrate the rich history of Lower 12 through these practices. This could mean partnering with local businesses, residents, and artists to encourage public art, program spaces, and execute on creative ideas. As the City of New West moves forward in its planning for Lower 12th Street, it faces a fundamental challenge of balancing the need for increased affordable light industrial space and jobs with the realities of financially viable redevelopment. However, there are exciting opportunities for the city to make space for evolving industries in Lower 12th by leveraging the history of the area and facilitating vibrant, thriving, and energetic creative employment district unique to New West. We look forward to expanding on these ideas over at our poster. Thank you very much.